What is up, people? Guvak here, bringing you a nice little update here. I know I've been away for a while, but as you can see, what I'm playing right now is Elder Scrolls Skyrim, and it's like everything you've heard. It is fucking awesome. The kind of guy I play he's a two-hander user, obviously. He has some restoration to heal himself back up. He doesn't have that much magicka, but I got the talents to make it so it does a bit more. I'm looking to get that more magicka recharge there that you saw. Alteration, that's your defensive spells I've found. That's really comes in handy for me since I don't use a shield. I make my own armor so far, and I'm up to Orcish, which I haven't actually made yet. But yeah, I wear heavy armor obviously, and I have a few talents in that, and not much else to say about that. Block, it's mostly for shields in this game. Definitely two-hander. I normally don't go with the two-hander, actually. I usually go for the one-hand, dual-wield kind of approach. And, well, in this game, I don't know. I just like smashing people with a massive hammer. But the kind of skills that I'm circling around with my mouse are the ones I'm really looking forward to. And yeah, I'm trying to make my guy as evil as possible, but there's not many situations so far where I can make him be like an evil badass, and that's where that intimidation talent might come in, I guess. But I'm looking to make this guy also kind of like a caster, kind of dark knight kind of guy that uses frost powers, kind of to pull and at range, and then when they get into range, I smack the hell out of them with my giant hammer. Got some nice gear, I guess. You probably don't know what this is comparable to, so I'm kind of just breezing through this. But those robes will be nice when I'm power leveling up my... not power leveling, you can't really do that in this game. Not that I've found, anyway. Up my destruction and whatnot, getting that up to skill. These are all the powers I have. I haven't bought a lot of them since I'm not really a caster except for like healing and defensive. But if you want to read any of these, if I'm going too fast for you, just go ahead and pause the video. And yeah. So today we are doing a nice little mission, quest, whatever. And I apologize if my voice is kind of messed up. It seems like I'm, I don't know, talking out of my mouth mostly or something. It's because I've been sick the past few days. But little jump cut there because I quick saved, but then I went and got myself killed because I've never done this mission. But this mission is one of the missions for the companions. If you've, they're kind of just a group in a town called Whiterun, and I have to go in and steal an artifact from these werewolf hunters that are kind of the main enemy of the companions, it seems. Because, well, I won't say why, because it's kind of like a spoiler if you're going to play the game. I don't want to ruin it for you. But you can play in either first or third person. I prefer first person, just for a two-hander user, I guess. But I'm looking around here like, how the hell do I get into this place? As my mace is covered in blood. I like that effect. But yeah, this is the new lockpicking thing for Skyrim, if you haven't seen it so far. No more moving 5 individual, things of a lockpick, and like it was in Oblivion. That game was good, but wow, there's some things I hated about it. Instead, you move the lockpick around, and then you can hold down A to try to open it. And like, I haven't even sought out leveling up lockpicking. I haven't seen any trainers or anything. And I think I started at like 15, and I've already got an 11 skill in it just from opening up doors on missions and chests and whatnot. And I really recommend you get lockpicking up too, because it's nice if you want to get some loot. So I think, I believe the mission just wants me to, search for that amulet or whatever the hell is artifact that it's trying to make me get. And And check this out. This is a new feature of Skyrim. That was one of my dragon shouts. I only have one so far. Well, I have two, but the way they work is they have pretty low cooldowns, and like they don't use magic or anything, but you they're pretty cool. They use dragon souls. You have to kill a dragon each time you want to power up a new word, dragon word, that you want to use. And there's dragons not all over the place, but yeah, there's dragons in this game if you didn't know that. If you haven't seen any, like, I don't know, commercials or anything about this. But as you can see, my main strategy is just keep my armor buff up and go and smack the hell out of things, including wolves. And really, it's a lot of fun. And now that I've fallen down here, I was like, crap. Because obviously, if you couldn't tell, this is post commentary. I tried to rush through this as fast as possible, but as an arrow flies past my face. But I wanted to really demonstrate, how you'd normally go through the game and whatnot. And as you can see, this video is like 31 minutes long, and except for that like 2-minute part at the very beginning where I was showing you the skills and everything, this entire video is me going through this one like keep underground mostly, and it's pretty badass. And I get hit by something out of the wall somehow. And whenever that happens, usually it doesn't hurt too bad. Some of them actually will kill you, but some will just hurt you or poison you or whatnot. And I like to just look around to see, where the hell that came from, but I guess I didn't in this case. I thought I did, but if you use heavy armor, I've noticed that your carrying space is really, really limited. And not really limited, but you can't pick up as much as, say, a light armor wearer uses. And this is how it would be like if you fought in third person with a two-hander. I'm assuming it would be better for like a stealther or whatnot. You can see what's around you better and whatnot. And that's how my friend Squash Dog, the dude who I did the 2 videos of Donkey Kong Country 2 with, if you haven't checked those videos out, they're pretty funny. But yeah, so, and sorry, I lost my train of thought right there. The reason why I can play this game now is if you wait. Oh my god, that is embarrassing. Yeah. I was like, yes, I'm gonna get this person. You are dead. You are so dead. And then it starts me all the way back here. But I know that trap's there, so I could have cut this out, but cool little animation there. Sometimes when their health is low enough, and either, I don't know, if you get a critical or something, it just kills them outright or something. And so yeah, I kind of hurried through this, but he plays a stealther, mostly stealther, and he's a Khajiit, and he's always telling me how he's going through these places, and he'll be like, jumping out of the shadows and whatnot, and rolling behind people and stabbing them in the back for like a gazillion damage, and then just rolling back into the shadows before anybody realizes what's happened. It's like yeah. I haven't seen him do it, but yeah. Well, I got the owned that time. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I had to blow my nose. That was bad. But I made sure to not walk on that pressure switch, and I learned to quick save a lot in this game because I play on expert difficulty. I believe it goes like, I don't know, it's like beginner, adept, expert, and master, I believe it is. And here I'm looking for that pressure switch, and there it is, right there. And yeah, those jerks. And the cute little doggy. By cute doggy, I mean wolf. And I'm like, hey, buddy, what's up? He's like, roar. Oh. But I want my wolf pelts, because as you can see that rack right there, you can turn your pelts and whatnot into leather, or you can just buy it from vendors and whatnot. And then you turn those into different supplies for working on your armor smithing and blacksmithing, or whatever it's called in this game. And as you can see, the leveling system is not like it's not like Oblivion, and that makes me so happy. You have no idea. And like I said earlier, there's a lot of things I loved about Oblivion. Like, I loved being able to hide in the shadows and whatnot, and because I played a stealther mage in that game. Get owned. But the leveling system, having to level up powers that you didn't want to just so you can get the stats that you wanted, it was a pain in the ass, and it really turned me off to the game. But with this game, it's all. I hear it's a lot like Morrowind, and I've heard it's a lot like Fallout, I believe, or some game like that. And to where whenever you level up, you get to put a point, let's say, into either health, magicka, or endurance, or stamina, whatever you want to call it. And so, putting a point into them will increase it by 10. Apparently, ice wolves are more resilient to giant hammers. Apparently. And so, then after that, each time you level up, you get a new perk that you can put in. And as I showed you earlier, all the perks that I had, and you unlock those. You got to have certain skills levels in your skills. That's fucking redundant. And so it'll be like, okay, well, I want that great critical charge or whatever, and it's like, well, you need 50 and two-handed. And it's like, okay, I get 50 and two-handed, and then I can spend one perk, and then I get it. Some of the perks you can put multiple points into, like the first one that I showed you for two-handed. It increases, each time it goes up. Look at that rat fly. Each time it goes up by like 20% for each point, but each point to put in requires like an additional 20 skill or something like that. And I always quick save before pulling random levers. You never know what they're gonna do. And yeah, replaying through sections of games is not fun. And some of you out there might be wondering, the hell, you're passing by like every single barrel possible. And yeah, I am. This video would be like 4 times as long, and I would just be finding food. And I don't use food. I have healing powers. Maybe if I was like, because I like to kind of roleplay, I guess, in these games. If I were to play like a stealther or something that didn't know magic or anything, obviously I would take food and I would cook it in cooking pots that are all around, and then I would whiff, and then I would do it that way. Get crushed. I don't know, sometimes you just kill people outright in this game, and sometimes they take a lot. Like, there's no levels of enemies that comes up, and I read a lot of books. Like, if there's a book I haven't read before, read it. There's the cooking pot I was telling you about, where you can make food and whatnot from raw ingredients. So I guess in this room you could take all that meat that was to the right of me, and you could just throw it in a pot, and maybe you'd have to have some garlic with it or some other stuff. And nice clipping there, buddy. Like this guy, he's a lot harder, and I don't know how you block a two-hander with a one-hander like that, but damn, look at those muscles. That must be how. And like every single enemy, it seems like if you get them really low health, they're like, "Please don't kill me. Please forgive me." And because I'm supposed to be evil, I say no. Well, even if I was good, I would still kill him, because that's my mission. I do what I'm told. For now. That's a nice little death. I kind of laughed at that when I was playing. Oh, there's one of the orcs. I don't think we've seen one of those yet. And ow, holy shit. Yeah. For some reason my thing's messing up here. There we go. But yeah, healing. I think it's just called healing. It's awesome. Like, even if you have a lot of health, as long as you get crushed, as long as you have you know, the 50% extra healing and half magic cost on restoration things, the base healing power isn't too bad, actually. It's a really, really good upgrade from Oblivion. And I know I've compared this game to Oblivion a lot, but you know, it's really the only other Elder Scrolls game that I've played. I never played Morrowind, and yeah. So, I mean, restoration in Oblivion, to me, it seemed useless, and then I got the shit scared out of me because that thing fell right in my face, and then my phone, I got a text and my phone vibrated at the same exact time, and I jumped pretty high, got kind of embarrassed, and here I'm looking for pressure plates. And this is why I read all the books. Returning from Oblivion, if you find books that apparently make traps shoot at you, if you find books that, you know, have names like, ooh, look at that trap. There's the pressure switch, and we're going to go around it because I don't feel like dying, and just in case we quick save. And here I try to activate it to maybe, in case I have to go back this way, I don't forget about it. But you can't do it. I guess you have to actually stand on it. And yeah. So, but I actually got a new computer, and I think it's about time I started talking about some other stuff other than the gameplay. Bam. Yeah. But before I do that, I love using more hammers. Like, there's just something so satisfying about just bringing a massive hammer down onto your enemies and just crushing their clavicle bones. But one of the main reasons why I'm actually making this video is not just to show you Skyrim, but to actually tell you guys that I'm still making videos. I haven't been able to for the past few months because obviously school. I told everybody that in one of my videos, I believe, and so I'm really trying hard to focus on that. But I should be able to do a video here in a little bit because we've got a break coming up, and so yeah. I lost my train of thought there because I was watching me play and almost get dominated by this dude. And so the thing is, because I got this new computer from my brother, I transferred all my files and whatnot, but in the process I lost pretty much. I didn't lose pretty much. I lost all of my Steam game, save points and whatnot, and I had to re-download all the games that I would play on Steam, and these include Doom 3 and Max Payne. And I was somewhat distraught about this, but this new computer is literally like, fuck, it costs like 4 times as much than my old computer, and I got it for half off because of reasons. But you don't care about that, and you shouldn't. And so, I'm gonna have to actually play through Doom 3 and Max Payne to get back to the points to where I was, and that might take a while depending on how much time I have. And here in the game, I'm just showing you all the different crafting things. That grindstone you upgrade your weapons with, you kind of refine them, and Orcish is what I'm up to. You can kind of see the damage and armor from those. Dwarven's what I'm wearing right now, etc., etc. If you want to level up, the best way to do it is those iron daggers. And I can kind of show you how the system works here. I make like 2 of them. There's your smithing skill down there. It goes up by that much, and I'm already halfway through smithing. And iron daggers you get from the get-go, and it costs the littlest amount of mats, and I find that it's the best way to do it. But yeah, so I'm gonna have to play through those games again. And I plan on making more of these videos for Skyrim. Maybe once I'm farther along, or if I find another class type that I really like and kind of want to share with everybody. And can't believe I forgot in this video to actually show you what my guy looks like under the armor. He's an Imperial, and he's a badass. He's missing an eye, and he has this huge scar. And I'm like, wait, I'm back at the fucking beginning. One giant catacomb all the way around. I was like, no way. And it's like, well, wait, this is the door I couldn't get through at the very beginning. It's like, shit, I know where I am now. Oh, well, it's like, well, it must be upstairs. And, ooh, nice little trap there. I guess that would hurt. Rocks aren't really moving fast enough. I don't know. And I look for what caused it. And there's the tripwire right there. And obviously, if you're, not playing a lumbering, oaf like I am in this game, if you're playing like a stealther or a mage or something, where you don't have much health or armor, you really need to go slowly and watch out for those traps, and because they hurt, and especially if you don't have any healing, because it's a pain in the ass to have to, rest every chance you get. It doesn't take that long, but that's what I used to do in Oblivion, and it's a pain in the ass. So at this point, I was like, well, I just spent a good 20 minutes in that catacombs there, and yeah, nice little loading time here. I'm not sure what's up with this, and it's like, well, where the hell is this thing then? Because I assumed it was underneath, and there's the underground map and whatnot, and I try to bring up my local map. Get crushed. Like I said, just so satisfying, and just bringing that giant hammer down on these nub cakes. It's like, well, I guess it's up in this tower up here, and so let's go smash some skulls. This guy wants some, I know. It's so, when an orc comes at you with a two-hander, to me it's always like, oh shit, this is gonna hurt. And then it's like, dink, barely any of my health away. Oh, I think I know what's gonna happen next. Crush. And, yeah. Yeah, there's the keep key, apparently. And, here I'm failing miserably. Like, if the best way I would describe to getting better at lockpicking and strategies is that you want to find where just kind of barely tap the key to where the lock starts to turn. If it starts rumbling and whatnot, you're not even close. And if it turns a little bit, then starts to rumble, you're getting closer. Keep moving that direction, and you can just figure it out that way. I mean, I don't really think you need to put any points in lock picking. Maybe for like some of the other skills and whatnot that don't just make it easier to pick locks, because I find it's really easy in this game, and I have almost no skill in it, and yeah, so I was like, oh god, I gotta pick an expert door. Nope, that's what that key was for. And blocking does still help if you have a two-hander. I believe it's, well, I don't believe it's anything because I don't personally know. I don't know how much reduction it is compared to using a shield, but I believe if you go blocking route, then if you have a shield and you block, then it blocks like all the damage or something. And more lockpicking. Lockpicking's a pretty big part of this game. You're gonna, regardless of what kind of class you are, and I say class in a very general term. Like, you can be whatever you want in this game. If you want to wear robes, strike from the shadows with a bow, and get sneak attacks with a bow, and as they run up to you, you switch and you blow the shit out of them with giant fire spells, you can. And that's what I love about this game so far. And it may not seem like it because I'm assuming max level is 99. And I was waiting for this guy to hit me. It's like, oh, well, that was easy. I kind of felt bad, but not really, because I want his leather. So, but I just cast that, defensive spell a lot. And Bandit Chief, he must be he has horns on his head. He must be the big kahuna, the head honcho, the big cheese. And whatever airplane references I can make. So occasionally I will down some pots usually if I'm low on magicka. I prefer downing magicka pots because if you just down healing pots and you have nice, I leveled up. I didn't even notice because I was fighting this guy. And I knocked this guy off the ledge, and I'm like, well, shit. I need to knock him down there if I can. So I blast the shit out of him with what little magicka I have. And I was like, yeah. And oh my god. Look at that thing. Damage 36. Does 30 points of magicka damage. I was so happy when I got this. I don't know if that's an enchantment, since, T charge or whatever, but I'm going to be using this thing for a while. I'll tell you that. I will get better in like enchanting or whatever, so I can get souls from people, and it's purple. That's awesome. That's going to look cool with my armor spell. Look at that thing. That's badass. I don't care who you are. But yeah, so I think we're kind of up to near to the end here, and I didn't mention it, but if you're not sure where you're getting shot at from enemies, look at your radar on the top. They come up as little red blips on there. Not blips, I guess they're just circles. And again, I don't care about looking through dressers or rolls of paper. There's just so many things just lying around that is useless. And there we go. We got the fragment. And nice potions that'll sell for a lot. So, and then I just read a bunch of books to see if any of them will give me, more stat increases. Obviously I don't read the ones I've already read. Or I just avoid the ones with like version or volume like 12 or whatever. Who cares? They're not ever gonna have it. Proper lock design. That's obviously lock picking. And I'm gonna take a nice little nap for my troubles. Add insult to injury. I sleep in their bed after I kill them all, and I move on with my my adventures. So yeah, but rehashing what I've said, my look at this. This is beautiful, and this is with Fraps running. This game is gorgeous, and if you're in the main world, there are no load time whatsoever. If you want to go up on that mountain up there, feel free. You can just run right over there, no load times. And this is what I was talking about with leveling up. I increased my health, it gives me 10 more health, gives me a perk, and I was like, wow, what should I use it in? Oh, I know. I got great critical charge. Yeah, let's go with that. We'll try that out. And I don't show you in this video, obviously, because they're over. But like I said, it's gonna take me a little bit, not too long, to get back to where we were my LPs. Just I think it's maybe like an hour of playing to get back in Max Payne, depending on how much I die. And I don't know, like I think I was like 3 or 4 hours into Doom 3. But yeah. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in my next video. So this has been Elder Scrolls Skyrim, and take care.